The group of kids fighting at this park, they said that the gunshot was fired, but thankfully no one was injured. But they said this type of incident has been an ongoing issue at the city parks. I spoke to Anwar Peace from Human Rights Commission today, and he tells me that he's against this ordinance because it could be a prison pipeline for teens.
It doesn't actually alleviate any of the issues that were described by the police department that necessitated this ordinance.
Anwar Peace serves as chair of a Human Rights Commission in Spokane. He pointed out teens could be drastically impacted by this ordinance, and he says making the public face misdemeanors is not the way to protect the city parks.
Now we've got a rotating situation where this juvenile has a criminal track record. That might affect his school, it might affect his home life, and it might deteriorate to a point where he does actually engage in criminal activity that we don't want to see.
He says this ordinance also targets the homeless population, removing public spaces as options for them to take shelter.
We've had a number of incidents in the last year, violent incidents in city parks, specifically after hours, incidents where shots have been fired and where people have been struck.
Spokane police say the goal is to eliminate dangerous behaviors that could lead to violence at the parks. They say they need this ordinance to do it.
Need that tool and that ability to communicate to folks that the type of behavior that we are trying to alleviate is not acceptable.
The question is, what type of circumstances officers will be on the lookout for? He says when they see a large congregation after hours, drug and alcohol use, and when weapons are present.
How it looks for our enforcement will be data driven. So when we need it, where we need it, my guess is that we will have some emphasis patrols initially after it goes into law.
And the Spokane police say they already have already begun educating the public about the changes in the park hours, and they will continue to do so. And this new law will take into effect 30 days after the city mayor signs the ordinance. Live in Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now. Back to you guys.